Hello everyone, my name is Luis and I am the teacher noob. Welcome back to another one. Today we are going to check an advanced lesson because I know we have been checking some basic options that they are not really bad. I mean, the bases are the most important part when you are learning. If you know the bases, you can go further if you know them perfectly or almost perfectly. But in this case, we are going to check a lesson for the advanced students. I have showed you this information on the Facebook fan page, but unfortunately it was a long time ago, so today we are going to check it out one more time in this format, in this way. So please, check it out. We are going to check verbs followed by infinitives and gerunds. First of all, we are going to begin with the list. Here, next to me, I am showing you a list of all the verbs that you are going to use when you are talking about verbs followed by ing, or in this case, the correct way to call it is verbs followed by gerunds. Remember that the gerund form is the ing form when the verb finishes in that way with ing, for example, eat, eating, speak, speaking, work, working, but this way. Actually, really simple. The idea is really not really difficult. You have to check this list only, and then you have to identify if the verb that you place after this one is going to be well, actually, it's not like checking, it's going to be in ing form, in the gerund form. Well, here we have a lot of options, but I looked for some verbs that we can check. For example, just to give you an example, you have this one. No? Can you see it? Yes. Well, what happens if you want to create the form? You have to pay attention to the information. You have to identify the verb that comes first. Okay. So, in this case, the verb is avoided. She avoided, then we have in brackets tell, then we have him about her plans. The idea is that when you create this form, the verb that is into the brackets, you have to change it in the correct form. As you can see in the list, the verb avoid is a part of this list of the ing form, the gerund form. So that means that this verb that is in brackets is going to be in ing form. The correct way is she avoided telling him about her plans. Okay, be careful, be super careful about this, because if you say she avoided to tell him, grammatically is incorrect. Okay, because the construction says that this is the correct way. Of course, there are people that can tell it in other ways because maybe the construction they can't know it. Even for me in Spanish, actually I don't know a lot of Spanish grammar because I am a native Spanish speaker, but I don't know grammar. So maybe I commit some mistakes in Spanish, but the same situation can happen for native English speakers. Okay, we have another option. Check it out. It says he enjoys, into parentheses we have, and we have a bath in the evening. He enjoys, the verb is going to be have, we have to change it, a bath in the evening. You can see? As you identify in the list, well, the verb enjoy is part of this, so when you have to put the next verb, or you have to change the next verb, this one is going to be in the gerund form, in ing form. So that means the correct option is he enjoys having a bath in the evening. Okay, the idea is really simple. You have to check the list. You have to pay attention to the list. We are going to pay attention always to the first verb, because the next one is going to be in this way, no, in ing form, in gerund form. Okay, let's check it out. This is a question. For example, do you mind? The option is into parentheses, give me a hand. Do you mind? The verb is give me a hand. We have to change the verb give. Check the list. As you can see, we have mind. So that means that when you create the form, the verb is going to be, the next verb, the one that is after this, is going to be in ing form. So, do you mind giving me a hand? Okay, if you say do you mind to give, it's incorrect. But basically, that's it. It's incorrect. Okay, as you can see, it's not really difficult. Let's see now. Well, let's go to another one. At the end of the video, I will give you, I will play some exercises here next to me for you to practice, and we will see if you are correct or not. Okay, but pay attention to the list. Now, let's check the list, the infinitive list. You can see it now. This list. This is the infinitive. What is the infinitive form? The infinitive form is when the verb is with the preposition to. Is the verb in the base form and the preposition to. For example, the verb eat, that is the base form, the simple form, the dictionary form, the form that you want to call it. The verb eat, when you put it in infinitive, is to eat. Okay. For example, if you want to say have, to have, speak, to speak. This is the infinitive form. This is the most common way that we use when we try to put the verbs together. No? For example, let's check this thing out. Let me check one example that we can give. Okay, this one. As you can see, it's really simple. I chose. We have the verb work in brackets here. Okay, I chose work here. So as you can see in the list, we have choose in the correct in the base form, because of course if you have the verb in past, in ing, in past participle, but you have to identify it, but in this case it's in the list, choose. So when you put it when you have to put the verb after choose, the verb is going to be in infinitive, because the list says that it's going to be in the infinitive list. So the correct answer in this case is I chose to work here. I chose to work here. Let's check another example. This one. It's interesting. It seems, the verb to be, the verb be, raining. Okay? In this case, we have to change it into the correct form. We see the list. We can identify that seems is part of this. So we can say it seems to be raining. It seems to be raining, the correct option. Okay? The verb to be, the infinitive form. And like this, we have a lot of options. We can check more. For example, let me see if I can find another one. I am using really common verbs, of course, because well, it is always the same. Okay, this one, really simple, and actually is the way that we use all the time with students. No, that it says I'm learning. Into parentheses, speak English. I'm learning, speak English. So in this case, we have to put the verb in the correct way. Check the list. Yes, there is the verb learn. So when you identify the verb in this list, the next verb after this one is going to be in infinitive form. So I'm learning to speak English. Okay, really simple, really easy. So well, please, now I think you're ready. You are completely ready to answer this information. We have one more list that I would like to show you. And actually it's not really difficult, but in this case you can use both forms. You can use the infinitive form or the gerund form, but we have a little problem. It's not really a big issue, that when you use one of these verbs, the next one can be in infinitive form or in gerund form, but we have like two mini lists that we can use here. We have this list that, as you can see, it says no change. That means that when you have to say the sentence, the idea, the meaning at the end is the same. Not the idea, the main idea is always the same. So you can say, for example, I love working or I love to work. Both options are correct and the meaning is completely the same. But what happens with the other one? Well, if you use one or another option, in this case, for example, infinitive or gerund, the idea can change a little. I mean, just it's a little idea, but it can change. Be careful. Try to use the most common way that you hear with other people. For example, the verb stop, you can say, oh, well, I hear it most of the time with the stop too. So I stopped to work here because I didn't like the environment, no? Something like that. So guys, that's it. We have more, and I will tell you, I will help you with these other options in the next video. So please just continue working, continue practicing. Please write your answers below here in the comments, and please like, share this video. Remember that if you want, you can follow me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram as teachernoob, just in case you like this kind of content, and in case you like, well, the way that I am teaching English. Okay, so guys, basically that's it. Thanks a lot for being here, for watching this. I will see you the next time. Have a good, really good day, night, evening, morning, whatever you are in, and let's go because it's late, and basically that's it. See you soon. Bye bye.